Join us this week on Go Roger and Joe as we head off to sunny Spain. We'll be flying into Malaga before driving down to the beautiful coastal town of La Carihuela, where we'll be staying right by the beach. This week we're hanging out with my little brother, my dad, and my mum. Of course, you can expect to see all the amazing food that the area has to offer. We tried some familiar and not so familiar dishes. Roger finally gets to eat paella. And we take a little detour into Torremolinos, the biggest city next door, with all its hustle, bustle, and shopping. We take some time to relax and soak up the sunshine. And we go a little bit out of our comfort zones.
Going up is way less scary than going down, but...
Not everyone wants a big house and morning traffic.
Some of us want the wild, the water, the winding roads.
We're Roger and Joe. Come wander a different path with us.
Wherever the journey goes next. This week we're in La Carihuela, a small seaside neighborhood just outside Malaga, on Spain's Costa del Sol. It's definitely a popular tourist spot, and yeah, you'll hear more English than Spanish in some places, but there's a reason people come here.
It's clean, it's safe, and there's a great atmosphere. The promenade stretches along the coast and is full of cafes, bars, and shops. And the beach, you ask? Honestly, spotless. Loads of lounges, crystal clear water. It's easy to see the appeal.
La Carihuela used to be a traditional fishing village, and you still get glimpses of that in the food and the laid-back vibe. It's touristy, sure, but not in a tacky way. It's actually really charming, with lots of flowers, courtyards, and friendly locals.
Definitely. Everyone we met was super welcoming. It's also a great base for exploring the area. We stayed near the La Barracuda Hotel, which is a rooftop bar with amazing sunset views over the sea.
One thing to note though, it's not the cheapest spot on the coast. If you want to eat on the beach or shop on the promenade, you're paying touristy prices.
As we walked down the promenade, Joe's parents took us to Colonia de Gatos, a quiet little square where a colony of well-cared-for stray cats hang out. We called it Cat Corner. Locals actually feed them, and there are little shelters built for them. As someone who's allergic to cats, let me say it wasn't for me, but to each his own.
And fun fact, back in the 1950s and 60s, La Carihuela and nearby Torremolinos became hotspots for international celebrities. We're talking Grace Kelly, Frank Sinatra, even Ava Gardner. This stretch of coast was one of the first parts of Spain to really open up to tourism, and it quickly gained a reputation as a glamorous seaside escape.
If you keep walking along the beachfront from La Carihuela, you'll end up in Torremolinos. Now, Torremolinos is bigger and definitely much more built up. It's busier with loads of souvenir shops, restaurants, and a bit of a busier, livelier feel than La Carihuela.
Fun fact, Torremolinos actually gets its name from the watchtower and the mills that used to be here. The word comes from torre, meaning tower, and molinos, meaning mills. You can still see the original 14th century tower, the Torre de Pimentel, just off the main shopping street.
Torremolinos might not win awards for its architecture, but it more than makes up for it with character. It was actually one of the first places in Spain to legalize the bikini back in the 1950s.
And if you wander away from the main drag, there are some real hidden gems, like traditional bakeries, little tapas bars, and great people watching spots. It's definitely busy, but that buzz is part of what makes it fun.
Kids, I tell you what.
Wow.
They have a massive. Look at this. They're only $2.95. And then look at this one. For the kids, $3.50.
Yeah.
What's the saying? Like a kid in a candy store?
Yep.
One of the best parts of any trip, and definitely one of our favorites, is discovering new flavors and local dishes. And in La Carihuela, the food scene did not disappoint. This area has deep fishing roots, and it shows in the cuisine. Fresh seafood is absolutely everywhere. From traditionally grilled sardines, cooked right on the beach over open flames, to beautifully prepared monkfish and seafood platters that are as fresh as they come.
This is what I ate. Well, not actually, but that's the fish that I ate.
This guy.
Monkfish.
He's a beauty. Look at his
Only
lips.
a mama could love that face.
Oh, look at that guy. Tapas is a big part of Spanish food culture, not just a style of eating, but a whole social ritual. The word tapa actually means lid in Spanish, and legend has it that small plates were originally used to cover drinks and keep the flies out. Over time, they evolved into a way of serving little bites with your drink, a clever combination of practicality and pleasure. It's all about variety, sharing, and slowing down to enjoy good food with good company. For something heartier, we had an incredible steak dinner at Casa Pascal, perfectly cooked and packed with flavor. It's not just seafood around here. La Carihuela also knows how to serve up a seriously good cut of meat. One of the real stars of this trip for me was the jamón ibérico, Spain's famous cured ham. It's rich, nutty, and melts in your mouth, thanks to the acorn-rich diet and the free-roaming Iberian pigs.
Yeah, of course. This is Iberian ham, 100% Iberian, okay? And this is aged for 4 years, okay? This is 50% Iberian with the corn, and this is aged for 3 years. And then you have this one. This is Iberian 50%, but without the corn.
What you got?
So this is a homemade churro made by the churro man. He's been making churros since 1975.
You can't make it up.
There he is.
We never did find out his name, and he will now forever be known as the Churro Man.
$2.50. Then ready.
Churros are traditionally eaten for breakfast or as a late-night snack in Spain, and they're often dipped in a thick, rich hot chocolate, which is so dense it's almost like pudding. There's a bit of a debate as to whether churros are actually Spanish or Chinese. Some say they were created by Spanish shepherds, and others believe they were inspired by a Chinese pastry. But either way, they've been part of Spanish culture since at least the 16th century. Churros are often enjoyed with friends or family, especially on Sunday mornings or after a night out. It's common to order a whole plate to share with a cup of hot chocolate each. And interestingly enough, there are a couple of different types of churros. What's the difference?
So he gave us a free gift. He wanted to show me the difference between the first one was more like a donut. He said, here people like the lighter, softer churro, but he said in Malaga, which is just a city down the road, like it more dark and crispy. So they made me a dark and crispy one.
To be honest, either one tasted great to me. And I have to say, even though La Carihuela is a little bit on the touristy side, the food scene did not disappoint. You'll definitely be paying more for the privilege of having all your menus in English, but you do get a flavor of local cuisine. So we're going on a little adventure today. We're going up the lift to Battery Park, and then we're gonna have a go at a cable car, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but I'm sure it'll be Fine, I'm sure it won't stop or fall off or break in any way. As much as I absolutely love travel and adventure, I have to confess that I'm a little bit of a chicken when it comes to very small spaces that go high up in the air. Today I'm tackling 2 of those things, so let's see how that goes. Also a bit nervous that my mum and dad have said once is enough for them on the cable car. This new lift is actually 30 meters tall and really does save you quite a walk to get up to Battery Park. And a random fun fact, it's painted in turquoise and white, which are actually the town's colours.
So this lift was created in 1975.
No, don't make it up. It's brand new, right?
This is the first year it's been open.
All right. So this lift opened in 2024.
Okay, and it's only €1 each.
It's only €1 each, and it's a year old. 65 and older are free.
And it gets you from Carihuela up to Battery Park.
That's right.
Welcome to Parque de la Batería,
Also known as Battery Park.
a beautiful hilltop park right here in Torremolinos.
Did you know it used to be a military defense site? You can still see original 1917 Schneider cannons and an old underground bunker.
Now it is packed with trees, a peaceful lake, and a beautiful observation tower.
From here we take a short walk to the train station and figure out how to use a train in Spain.
Okay, so for the first time we're getting a train in Spain, and thankfully it's not in the rain, to the Estación de Tren Benalmádena.
Arroyo.
This is what
Arroyo.
Arroyo.
Y 2 personas. ¿sí?
Yes.
460.
It's times like these that make me re-download Duolingo and brush up on my language skills. All aboard.
Have a good day.
Thank you again. It was €4.60 for both of us return, so super affordable, and the trains run every 20 to 30 minutes. The chairlift, on the other hand, a little more expensive than we'd anticipated, but I'd psyched myself up to get on this thing, so it was gonna happen.
Okay, here comes ours.
You have to do a bit of a running jump to get on, so thankfully not much time to think about it. How do you feel? Roger doesn't like heights, so I was surprised you'd be willing to do
I don't
this.
like. It's those the wheels.
It goes quite fast.
That does.
This is by far the most nerve-wracking part going over the motorway. I think it's the sound of the vehicles, the height. This is probably the highest point right now. And just the feeling of like being, I don't like this bit. Up until here I really liked it. The journey starts quite gently, but then takes quite a steep vertical upward turn as you pass the motorway. How are you feeling?
We're about to go straight up, stick the video camera out the top.
Okay.
After we hit this second one, we're gonna go vertical.
And the last time we did this, we didn't do it, sorry, last time my mum and dad did this,
It got
theirs
stuck.
got stuck right at the top.
As you've seen, this is an area which is full
Okay,
of
here we go.
This is Benalmádena cable car, which is over 2,500 feet in the air, or 771 meters.
And just to put that in perspective, that's 2.5 times the height of the Eiffel Tower. Pretty high up if you're a bit nervous of heights. It might get your heart racing a little bit. How was it?
Freaky, but really good.
Was it freaky the whole way? Was it...
Hello guys. Hello, just good. How are you?
Sorry about that, but once you get to the top, you will get very abruptly photographed. But then you can go ahead and enjoy the views.
Okay, Mum said to wave.
Is she waving back?
Do you see us?
I find quite often when we travel, we try to find a high place and view the area that we're in from a completely different perspective. It helps take you out of the busyness of being in the midst of things and just take stock of life for a little while. And there's something charmingly therapeutic about realizing how small you are. So once you get up here, you can walk around this trail, and it takes you all around the top of the mountain with just crazy, amazing views. We're not quite at the top yet, but we're working our way up. Just found a good view. Let's see what he's got. Nice. Wow. It feels so beautiful up here. It's warm. It smells like when we used to live in Arizona. The same kind of plants and like pine and herbs and things. We eventually get our catamaran. We can bring it right here.
Yeah, to all sorts of places like this.
Yeah, there's the marina.
All over the world.
Woohoo!
Check out the amazing views and so many hiking trails. We even found a falconry center at the top. I even found a bald eagle. Not this, that's an owl.
As the old adage goes, what goes up must come down, and so we start our descent back down to the bottom, and for some reason it's way more scary going down than it is coming up. I can't.
Look,
I can't. I really can't look.
Joe, you gotta turn around.
My legs feel like
Just
jelly.
turn around.
I can't.
That's what we paid for. Go.
I'll throw up.
You won't throw up. Dave, go ahead. Just turn around again.
This is the
Look,
very
right here.
it's like the peak where you just like drop.
Yeah. So look down there.
No,
that's not it.
it's gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Turn around.
No. I'm looking down and
Okay, look down.
No, I'm shaking. Yeah, this is really scary. Going up was way less scary than going down, but oh my goodness, I'm trying not to pee my pants. Are you scared? You're not scared?
Now I will be.
Oh, my ears are actually popping. Are your ears popping?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we were quite high up.
We were higher than the planes, so we've calmed down a little bit now. We've been down the really scary bit, but we've got to go over the road still, and I hate the road bit, so we're kind of treading that.
That's right.
Once we pass the road, I think I'll calm down a little. And it seems a lot windier this time, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
That was definitely worth it. It was a bit scary, but it was so epic. The views are just unparalleled. And now we're getting hungry, so time to get off.
And there you have it. We made it down the lift, back onto the train, back down the lift, back to Carihuela, where we settled down for a well-deserved drink.
Next week on Go Roger Joe, we find ourselves in a bit of a dangerous situation. We travel back to one of our favorite cities in the UK, Chester. All the beds are full on Spirit as we host some amazing guests. And last but not least, we overnight for the first time in Tattenhall Marina. So come and explore everything that the canals around Chester have to offer. See you next time!